Yo,
Yo, what's up, man?
what's good? What's good? How you living?
Not bad. How about you, buddy?
Not too bad, man. Just in Nashville doing the damn thing. Just moved here last week and just kicking it. Just staying in a hotel for a couple days, and I got to go up to Chicago, and then then my bed will arrive, and I will start staying in my house.
Hell yeah, man. That's dope.
Nice, dude. How was the drive, dude?
Wasn't too bad, man. I stopped and visited some friends in Virginia, and then I stopped and visited some friends in Atlanta. So it was pretty dope. But yeah, I mean, it's been good down here so far. I've been here for a little over a week. So just slowly settling in, and all's good, man. Good vibes down here.
Sweet,
Hell yeah.
bro. Hey, well,
It's-
thanks for coming on, man.
It's so sick to hear the Boston accent from someone else.
I honestly, I think I lost my shit over the years. I mean, like, I personally don't think it sounds as thick as when I hear like my parents or like my friends talk back home. I think maybe because I've been traveling so much, whatever. But I think I lost it. I lost it.
I don't know, man. I can still hear it. I heard
Yeah.
years. I heard that. That was pretty good, bro. You're still there. You're still at heart, bro.
Yeah, you know what it is. Always.
Hell yeah, man.
Well, man, hey, thanks again. I know we just said it, but thanks again for coming on. We really appreciate it. Anytime you got, man. This is like a fucking honor for us, dude.
Yeah, man.
Like, this is like the bee's knees, bro. Like, I'm trying hard for us before, like, yo, we're not gonna fucking cheese. We got this shit, like, bro. But I can't lie, like, you were literally like the reason we got into this shit, like DIY shit, starting a Lost Words, basement shows, Warped Tour. You guys are like, you guys are part of it, man. This is it, legends, bro.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, obviously, we're South Shore boys, and obviously that I think that we did some cool stuff and brought a lot of cool people together back in the day, and excited to be part of the show and support you guys as you guys supported me over the years. So,
Hell yeah, man. Appreciate that. That's dope.
So, Batch, you want to talk about Zatesy there, bud?
Oh yeah. So how did that come to be? You and Zates?
Shit. I mean, I've known Zates. Fuck, I don't know, since 20 years. I mean, I honestly, I can't. It's been so long, I can't remember. But my friend Wayne asked me to go check out his old band Beckwith, I think, or something like that. Back in the day, so we went and kicked it with them in his parents' basement, whatever. And then we just became friends. Started going to the same shows and stuff together. Hung around with the same friends. Then he was like, "Yo, I want to go on tour and do merch." And he came out and did merch with us for a while. And then when he lived in the city, I would always crash at his house. Me and him have always just been super, super close, man.
Yeah.
And obviously now, over time, obviously he's super successful and doing great with Bostonian Barbershop. And, I'm super proud of him. I was actually the first cut at his Whitman shop. And,
Oh no
now
shit.
got the Boston shop now. He's got the Hanson shop. And, he's got a bunch of our friends working for him, and he's crushing it. So I'm super proud of him. And then obviously we got Idle Hand Collective together.
Yeah.
With me, him, and Alex, and things are going great. Obviously, we had a little bit of a lump during the pandemic, which I think a lot of us did. But we're just had our first festival back last weekend, and it was a big success. And yeah, man, just getting the ball rolling again, man. I'm super psyched.
Hell yeah. So you want to get into what explain to the people what Idle Hand Collective is and like what you guys are doing with that.
Yeah, so Idle Hand Collective basically one Alex, he played in a band called the Gaslight Anthem, which is an awesome band out of Jersey. But him and Eric kind of were talking about doing some stuff. I think that Eric had done one festival before, and Alex had done some stuff before, and they were friends, and they kind of were chit-chatting, and then they kind of brought me in because obviously I have a lot of experience on the music side of things. So Eric kind of is like the business barber, Alex is like the music barber, and I'm the music side of things. So like, we all bring something to the table. We have a blast working together. We all kind of have like the same kind of like, morals, like lifestyles and things. And, we're all hard workers and entrepreneurs. And yeah, man, it's been dope. And everybody's, bringing their resources to the table. And, I think we have like 30 plus festivals, this year, which is great coming out of the pandemic. We have a bunch of new barbers, bunch of new sponsors. So, we're super stoked, man. We're hyped, man. We just connected with Wall Clippers. So we're super stoked to have them on board. Ruzel, Holy Black. You know, there's a bunch of different companies that we're working with. We're excited, man. We got some good things going.
Hell yeah, that's dope, man. He was telling me about some of the shows and festivals you guys are doing, and I was like, holy shit, dude.
Yeah, I'm stoked. Obviously, I grew up more in the punk, scene, so I'm stoked for like the ones like Rock Fest and Punk Rock Bowling.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do everything, anything from EDM to rock, hip hop. We definitely have all bases covered. So yeah, man, it's been dope, man. It's been dope, and obviously me and Eric grew up together, so it's really cool to do business with someone that we've known since we're teenagers. So really looking forward to seeing where this journey takes us.
Hell yeah, man. I'd say the sky's the limit for sure, especially with, I know Zait's obviously personally from playing hockey with him, and that guy is he's an animal.
Yeah, he's an animal. When he puts his mind to something, he gets it done.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Go ahead,
awesome.
Steve.
I was just burping.
Oh.
I'm trying not to burp. I was trying my fucking hardest not to burp.
Burps happen, dog.
I was like, all right, whatever. No, that's awesome, man. Yeah, dude. So like I was saying earlier, like this shit was like a huge building block for like the pop punk, the punk scene, the rock scene, the whole thing, man. You guys, Lost Words killed it. Like all of this shit was just like what we grew up on, and the inspiration was insane. And you can see it in other people's music. And I guess I just want to start it off by, get the basic question out of the way that some people, if they don't know, like how did a Lost Words start? You don't have to do like a long story, but how did it start, man? And I know, just go from there, I guess.
Yeah, man. So I think it was around high school. Me and my friend Danny Poulin had linked up. We met each other. Danny was in Lions and worked at Johnny Cupcakes and SJC. He's done a lot of things, outside of music, but still influenced in the, the alternative art, community. But yeah, so we started a band, and, just basically we're practicing in garages, playing local shows, pizza shops, VFW halls, etc. And then, as things kind of moved on, Mark Dangora, Mikey Adams, Nevada Smith, Jack McHugh, that was kind of the founding, base of when we, we're a full-time touring band. We all came from the South Shore, obviously grew up in like Romans, Tiger's Den, then obviously the Nordic American Legion, Seekonk American Legion. Those were kind of the local spots that we kind of started our foundation. And, we started touring, and, it took us like 10 years, finally signed a record deal with Rise Records, Velocity Records. Dave Shapiro started booking us, changed the game, Warped Tour, the whole shebang. And, next thing you know, we were a full-time touring band. And I was super stoked. It was a great experience. We got to go anywhere from Japan to Russia to the UK, Europe. Yeah, man, all over the U.S. We pretty much hit everywhere except for Hawaii and Alaska. And yeah, man, it was a blessing. And I like, obviously, I'm in the music management world now, and it all kind of stemmed from all those relationships that I had built up over the years, through my touring. I didn't go to college or anything like that. But that's how my foundation started for my management company.
That's so sick, dude.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
And where was like the paradigm moment of like, oh shit, like I made it, or this is it? Like there's no going back, if there was that moment.
Yeah, I think that, for me especially, and I know the other guys as well, like we wanted to do this. It wasn't about the money. It wasn't about anything like that. Obviously, we never made any money. Everything kind of paid for itself. But yeah, once we went to Japan, I think that was like 2010, we were kind of like, what the fuck? Someone's going to take us. And this is before we had a record deal or anything, man. This is like just straight up DIY. And, that happened, and we were kind of like, yo, like we're doing this. Like this is happening. Yeah, man. And that after that point, it was just like, what country can we go to next? What country can we go to next? And then, you had like 4 Years Strong and the Wonder Years, Set Your Goals. They were all getting bigger, and they would always be taking us on tour. And so we always had someone trying to help us out and trying to get to that next level. So, shout out to all those dudes if they're listening. They always took care of us.
That's fire.
Yeah, that's where I saw you guys the most, I think, was with Set Your Goals, the Wonder Years. Like, that's when I was, real in like Transit, all those bands.
Transit, yep.
Always coming to see you guys, and you'd come to the Palladium.
The Palladium was obviously one of my favorite venues. That was kind of a legendary venue. And obviously, and I think one of the highlights of our career, was at the end of our career when we sold out the downstairs Palladium for our last like official, touring band show. And that was fucking crazy. I mean, we grew up going to shows there since we were teenagers and shit. And, we supported bands like 4 Year Strong on their holiday shows and things. But, selling that show out, 2,500 plus kids for our, I have that flyer on my wall and I look at it all the time and I'm just like, I still get excited. I can remember that night like it was yesterday and just, that's history for us right there. That show was history.
Yeah, that show was actually on my birthday.
No shit.
I was at that. Yeah, it was fucking sick.
Well, I hope you had a fucking awesome birthday.
Hell yeah,
I enjoyed
man.
your birthday. I know I enjoyed your birthday.
I definitely did. From what I remember of it, yeah.
Yeah, from what I remembered of it too, it was fun.
Yeah, see the flyer. That's all I need. I was there.
Yeah, that was me on stage. I remember I did that. I mean, honestly, to be fair, I didn't even really drink much or anything before we played that show. I was so stressed just running around and saying hi to all my friends that came to, like, it was like a good thing. Like, obviously, I was so stoked to see all my people and everything, but I was running around and shaking a lot of hands like, yeah, oh, awesome. Hope you have fun. Whatever. Fucking flying around. And then all of a sudden it was boom, we played. And I like blacked out, like just because anytime I play, nothing to do with drinking, just, just the moment, just everything, the crowd and just remembering the words and everything. It felt like I was in the championship of, any sporting event. And I was just fucking locked in. And I remember like it was over and I was like, holy shit, everybody's like, yo, that was dope. How'd it feel? And I was like, it just like happened so quick. Like it just was like, we went on stage and then all of a sudden we took the final picture and then I walked off and I was like, I had a big smile on my face. So I was like, holy shit, that was it. You know what I mean? It just happened so fast, man.
That's so surreal to like, I couldn't imagine just like having such that, like that, like all that anxiety and then getting on there, just kicking ass and then being like, I barely remember it, but we fucking did it. And it seemed like 2 seconds.
Yeah, no, it was wild, man. So we were super blessed and super thankful for our career and, having people like you guys and all of our friends and family and, all the people we met over our time of touring to support us. And, obviously we're doing, we do little shows here and there. We might have a little something coming in December.
You were hinting at that earlier, right on Instagram.
Bringing it back to Brockton is what I'm saying.
Shit, let's go, baby.
We're gonna bring it back. It's gonna be a very small show, so I will say when we announce what we're gonna announce, I don't really care. I'll give the secret out. When we announce what we're gonna announce, you gotta get those tickets soon because it's gonna be a very, very small room. The tickets are gonna sell really quick. The lineup that we have, I won't give that all away just yet, but we're doing one day that's hardcore. And then one day that's more like pop punk, and it's gonna be fucking wild. So,
shit! So it's a 2-day thing. Fuck yeah, we'll be there both days.
Yeah,
sure.
Good. It's gonna be good.
That's so sick. All right, damn, I'm just so fucking happy right now.
Fuck yeah, man.
That's sick, dude. Bet you want to go ahead?
One second.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so fucking sick.
That's dope, man.
That's so. I told you there was something in the books, bro.
I know.
I said I think he was hinting at something online.
Yeah. When we all took the picture at Venus Pizza.
Yeah, dude, I seen that. You were like, what did you write? What was the caption?
I don't know what it was because Mikey hinted to it too. We both kind of were like, I mean, we're not like one of those bands like we have to be all secretive and like we're grown adults. We're gonna play a show like everybody. We weren't just practicing for no reason. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
we'll be announcing some shows. I bet we'll announce them probably sometime in September, once I get settled in here and stuff. We already have the lineups already set and everything. It's just, I think once I get, buckled in here, we'll start getting all the flyers made and all that stuff and get everything ready. But yeah, we're super excited about that. It's going to be a blast, man. We're excited.
Good for you guys, man.
Dude.
That's awesome.
That's sick. So is this show going to be on December 27th? Oh.
No, it won't be December 27th, but that would be very funny if we did it, on that same time. But no, I mean, we don't want to fuck around with 4 years holiday.
Yeah.
True.
We're gonna keep it. I think it's gonna be early December.
Does that date mean anything to you guys? Because Webster Lake and Crisis came out on that day, and your final show was on that day.
Actually, that's funny because I didn't know those records came out on that day. However, our best friend, Jeremy Russell, who passed away years ago, actually his favorite number was 27, and it just kind of happened. We're like, oh, cool. We had those days, and we're like, all right, let's pick the 27. That 27's always been a number that our band has loved, just because it always reminds us of Jeremy. So yeah, there's no specific reason why we picked that date other than when we had the list of the dates we could choose from, 27 was stood out. So we took that one.
Oh, hell yeah. That's sick.
That's awesome.
Go ahead, Steve.
Yeah, so Empty Space Podcast, we're all about like mental health and stuff like that, just bringing awareness to people's like, you know, lives and just like trying to get people to like understand that like it's okay not to be okay, et cetera, et cetera. So like the one thing I want to ask you is like, with that being said, what can you give as advice to like, you know, people out there who are struggling with, you know, whatever it is, mental illnesses or whatever, if they're sad or anything like that? What advice can you give them, or what can you say that like, you know, maybe something you do that helps you cope with some of the things you go through everyday basis?
Yeah, no, first off, I think it's really cool that you guys are doing something like this. You know, I think it's something like in this generation, it's being more talked about and open, you know, because when, you know, I'm 37 years old, you know, when we were younger and stuff, everything is always bottled in. You don't talk about shit. You know, you hold it in, especially from where we're from, you know, Boston, out of Boston area. And, you know, so it's cool that people are starting to, you know, open up and share their feelings and whatever. You know, for me, you know, I've always, you know, I haven't really been like open about it or whatever, but, you know, just kind of always struggle. I mean, and everybody struggles with something. So, you know, I think anybody can relate to some point. It's just how honest with themselves they want to be. You know, but I, you know, I've always, you know, I always care what people think, and I get like, I let people's, you know, opinions and things, you know, really let me down, or, you know, whatever. I'm not really good with like, you know, people joking around or whatever. Like some people think something's funny and I'm like, I don't really like being fucked with like that, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, for me, I actually have a song that I haven't released yet. It's about like suicide and these thoughts, and the whole video is me looking like shit and, you know, like just being like the worst form that I've been in, and like, you know, drinking and all this stuff. And the song, I'm excited to when I release it. I don't know when it's going to come out, but the sense of the basically at the end of the song, I'm going to say it's okay to have felt like this before. Like, I want to let people know, like, I've been there before too. Like, you're not alone. Like, it's okay to, you know, the whole premise of the song isn't to be like this whole fucking dark song. It's about to be like this light at the end of the tunnel. Like, the video is going to make it seem very depressing, but the message is that I've been there before, and I'm still here. Like, I got out of that form, because during COVID, you know, there was a lot of dark times, a lot of you know, that's when I kind of hit my lowest point, is, you know, when, you know, what the fuck's gonna happen? Is my career basically over? Like, I lost all my money, you know, because I wasn't making any money and I couldn't afford, you know, the way I lived my life and my bills and things. So, you know, got really dark. But, you know, having lots of good friends I'm blessed with, and, you know, things just kind of checking up on each other. I had friends that were going through similar experiences and checking up on them. And yeah, I mean, I guess for me, one thing that I've been trying to do more, and I found myself being able to do, is when I'm getting anxious or in my head or feeling down or getting stressed, I just, obviously talking to someone is dope, like one of your friends, whatever. I definitely, I recommend therapy and stuff. I haven't done that yet, and it's something that I wanted to do, and a lot of my friends have gone into, and they say they swear by it. I just haven't took that step. But for me, I try to like almost like meditate, almost like kind of calm myself down, which I, you know, I hope doesn't come off as crazy, but like, no, you know, kind of like talk to myself like, yo, like, this is gonna be good, like, just relax, you know, put on like I always put on like an old Disney movie or whatever, something that kind of brings me to like a happy place, and just kind of, you know, remember your childhood or whatever, boom, and then, you know, get out the next day, get up and get at it. That's one thing I'm very like, it's like, don't just lay around, because you can get in that, like, you know, that habit, especially, you know, during the pandemic. It was easy just to lay there for a long time, and, you know, whatever is like, get up, go for a walk or a run or read a book. Like, I always make your bed in the morning. That really helps too. You know, like just shit like that, trying to get yourself in a routine, get your mind straight. And then it's one step at a time. Like, you know, like for me is like always, sometimes you want to get everything done all at once or get to the finish line, but there's a lot of steps you got to take to get there. So sometimes I always tell myself, or friends reassure me, or I reassure friends, you know, like, let's date daily goals, you know, pick at it one at a time. Like, what can you do? You know, what lifestyle choices can you change? You know, things like that.
Beautiful. That was perfectly said,
awesome.
man. You covered like everything. That was like, I felt like I was talking to myself. I was like, yeah, man.
Same.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that. I do that. No,
Yeah, sorry, homie. When you get me going, bro,
No.
I can talk for a second or two.
I'm hip. I'm the
So
same way,
good,
dude.
man. Same.
That's why we started this, because all we did
Yeah.
was me and him called each other. I call him crying, and then we talk about music, or he'd call me crying. I'd be like, bro, listen to this music. Like, that was the whole start of this pod. It was just like, yo, let's be vulnerable and accept who we are as human beings and figure out what the fuck's going on and just shed some love.
Yeah, and that's cool that you guys, have the, you can be there for each other. And obviously, I'm blessed. I have so many good friends, and I've been a good friend to, many people. And that's, we always get to stick up for each other. And some people sadly aren't, as fortunate to have, good people in their circle. So, I definitely feel for those people. But I think, there's always someone that's going to listen. There's always someone out there. Sometimes you got to push yourself maybe out of your circle. And surround yourself with a better circle, which I've been blessed to have a good circle. Totally blessed. I've always been blessed. I never have a shortage of someone that I can call on if I'm feeling down. So I definitely, shout out to any of my friends that are listening to this right now. But, I think it's cool what you guys are doing. And Eric Zates kind of told me what this was all about, and was like, yo, my friends want to, get you on their podcast, whatever. And they kind of gave me the premise behind it. And I was like, absolutely, I'm totally down to support this. A, you guys are friends with Eric, but B, I think it's really cool that you guys are doing something positive. And, hopefully, something like this, or someone listening to what I just said, or what you guys have from other episodes or whatever, hopefully it can maybe touch even one person each episode and, let them know there's a place to go, and you guys have a cool podcast to check it out, and know there's other people that are in the same situations as them. And it's normal. It's not, they're not alone,
That's so
Yeah.
great. Oh, man.
That's exactly it, man. Fuck yeah.
That's
Hell
literally, even if it's just one person, and it's so empowering to hear somebody like yourself who, like, yes, you're just a human being, but like you're a bigger image than just that. So someone with, like, the amount of people that know you and, who you are, what you do, the band and all that stuff. It's like, hearing that from someone like you is like, not that me and Batch's word isn't big, but it's like, it hits more people is what I'm trying to say. And some people probably look at like band members or artists and be like, oh, like, maybe they're not like that, but it's like, we're all human. So hearing it from someone like you is like, so
anything. Awesome. And like, people don't know, I mean, or artists are probably just as bad. I mean, because we feel the pressure, sometimes of like, everybody's like, and not so much me, but some artists that I'm friends with that are bigger than me, but they're always one to ask you something or whatever. And especially now with social media, like, everybody wants something, but like sometimes you're giving out so much energy that you don't have, like, you need to keep some of your energy. And sometimes people don't, I think, respect people's personal space, and also just giving them, just, hey man, someone had a bad day. They really just don't want to talk right now. And they're not trying to be rude or anything, but they might be having a little bit of a problem too. And you know what I'm saying? There's just, and everybody acts different ways, introverts and extroverts. And like, someone like me come to me at a show, like, fuck yeah, let's go get a drink and kick it, but I have, people in my band that they really just want to kind of just, keep to themselves. And, they it's just everybody's different. So everybody just needs to be more open and, just common courtesy and things like that.
Yeah, man. That's it. So what was it? So, I don't know if you've listened to us before, but like,
no, but I'm going to now.
Okay. We are like, we should just call ourselves the Story So Far podcast, because like diehard Story So Far fans. What was it like touring with them and Hit the Lights?
Oh, that was a good one. Yeah, so basically our record came out, No Sanctuary, and we were supposed to play a tour. I think it was with Dance Gavin Dance, and that was when I think Johnny Craig had relapsed, and he went, to get his help or whatever, and that tour got canceled.
Mm-hmm.
So we had no tour in a record that just came out, and we were trying to figure it out. And we were great friends with Hit the Lights, and they had a tour going. And I think we saw they only had like two bands on it or something. And we were like, yo, like, bro, you guys are to fucking save us, dog. Like, we have no tour. We have this new record that just came out. Like, this is our, like, this is our fucking, our chance. And, we don't have to support it with. So they hooked it up. And obviously we've known the story so far, not kids anymore, but we've known the story so far, guys, for, a long time since they were kids. That's what I was using where kids are coming from around. Because we used to play with them all the time with like this time next year and set your goals and that whole Walnut Creek crew. And so it was cool to see them because that they had been progressing so much, and we were proud that they were doing so well. That might have even been, I'm not sure, but their first U.S. tour or something like that. But yeah, we were super excited to be out with those guys. We ended up there was a massive fight at our show in Boston. I don't know if you guys were at that show. That was a pretty legendary fight at the Middle East years ago.
I wasn't there. Tell us about it.
I mean, I don't want to get too into it. I mean, more or less, security and some of our people and everything. There was a little bit of trouble, and things kind of went south, and it was definitely one for the books. That's another flyer on my wall. Actually, there's actually some blood on my screen printed poster.
Sick.
Yeah, I don't know if it's my blood or someone else's blood or whatever it is, but yeah, it's definitely another one of my posters next to the sold out last show. That is one that I always remember. Great lineup, great friends, great memories. I mean, obviously no one got seriously injured at that show, whatever. It's something we can, laugh about now, but it was a pretty serious deal at the time,
Yeah, for sure.
So, allegedly.
Allegedly. Nice. I like that. Slick, bro. With that too, like you guys, how many Warped Tours you did is unbelievable, and all the bands you got to be with. What was it like doing Warped Tour now that it's not a thing anymore? But like, how was it doing Warped Tour? And like, what did you do when you weren't like performing? Who'd you hang with? Did you just like shoot the shit, run around? Like,
yeah, I mean, obviously, if you can't tell by me, I was the guy. I was like the kid that jumped lunch tables in high school. That was me. Didn't matter what genre of music you were playing or what you did, if you were the fucking janitor of Warped Tour or, the porta potty guy or the catering guy, or you were in Bring Me the Horizon or you were in the smallest band. Like I was cool with everybody. I just walked around with my ADHD, mumbled around and talked to whoever I wanted to talk to, and then, moved on to the next group and so on. But I'm blessed to have gotten to experience from, I used to sell CDs in the line at Warped Tour. I used to ride on like the 1 years or 4 years bus and hustle CDs out, just to get my band's name out there. And, then all the way from, performing a couple shows at Warped Tour to doing the whole thing, to like, tour managing a band called Paris.
Yep.
Playing a couple shows with them and then them playing the full tour and getting bumped to main stage. So I've kind of experienced being the lowest man on the totem pole, all the way to, one of the biggest acts on, Warped Tour when I was with Paris, so it was just so cool. And I was so blessed to build relationships with like Kevin Lyman, Lisa Brownlee, and Kate Truscott, and, all the Warped Tour alumni. And just, I made so many friends, and that's how, my management career kind of started, was just, kind of just the networking of Warped Tour. Really, Kevin Lyman, gave me, opportunities that I never would have been given, So I was actually talking to Warped Tour yesterday. I was on a meeting with a record label and trying to get one of my artists signed to them. And, I can't say who's who and what's what, but, someone that I've done a lot of work with over the years. And we were just talking about how much Warped Tour really helped bands. And, obviously towards, the end of the years, I think people kind of were a little jaded and stuff. And I really hope that someday that Kevin will, miss it enough and bring it back, man. It really helped break a lot of small bands like myself, The Story So Far and Paris and a lot of these bands. Paramore, even, I remember when they blew up from All Time Low. The list can go on about how many bands like they really got their start from Warped Tour, more or less.
Yeah.
So, hopefully it comes back around sometime.
Yeah, that's literally where I found like all the bands. Like, dude, the Ghost Inside, Vanna, like everything like just started blowing. It was like, who's that band? I like that sound. All right, let me go buy their album real quick. And then it was like, oh, they're here next year? Sick. I fucking love them. And it was awesome, man. That's what it was all about.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, get dirt and whatever. Like, I mean, even just being present, like even for like smaller bands to be out there networking backstage with like, that like we met a lot of friends, and like bands would come check our band out, and we go check their band out, and you all support each other, and it really does help. And then you're taking a picture on Instagram or whatever, and then your fans see somebody, and that can change the fucking game in a second.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
So speaking of Warped Tour, Zates wanted us to ask about. I think it was it you and his first Warped Tour together? He said there was
Oh
a
yeah,
good story with that.
yeah. So that was when we were selling CDs. And we were the dude who I'm not going to mention his name, but he kind of gave us this opportunity, like, yo, if you can help drive me and my crew around, we can get you guys in Warped Tour, and we'll get you paid every day. And then you guys can sell your CDs or whatever. So we're like, all right, cool. So not everybody could go, but Zates went with me. And that's when he was doing merch for us at the time. And so long story short, we're doing this, and we're not getting, this dude's not paying us. I mean, the dude probably still owes us like fucking 10 grand or something like that. But I mean, whatever.
Jesus.
But kind of hustled us to help him out. Whatever. He did give us the opportunity. We got bracelets every day. It was worth it in the long run. It did help us. And yeah, so a lot of the guys at some point kind of got burnt out and tired. A lot of people kind of, falling off. And yeah, man, at the end, it came down to just me and pretty much me and Zates were left. And we had two people that were renting out room in the van from us just so they could stay on the road too. With me and Zates finished the tour strong together.
Oh yeah.
All you gotta say is shout out to Doritos. You'll know what I'm saying.
That's awesome.
Shout out to Doritos, Zates. Shout out to Doritos.
Oh my god.
All
Yeah,
right.
man.
So I want to get into one of my favorite, I don't know, dude. It's probably my favorite EP music. I know you guys put a lot of music album, but Webster Lake, dude, was the first time I heard that. I was actually in Franklin, New Hampshire, on a lake
On Webster Lake.
On Webster Lake. Where did Webster Lake come from?
So our longtime producer and best friend Chris Curran, one of the best studios. So anybody that's hearing this, that's around in a band, you got to record with Chris Curran. He's the best around. But so his parents lived in Webster, and on Webster Lake. So when we would record there, it just was always awesome. We'd just kind of usually recorded there in the winter actually, but that lake was always just a big part of our band, recording in Webster. So we're trying to figure out what to name the EP, and we're all drinking drinks at his house. We're like, fuck it, let's call it Webster Lake.
That's awesome.
Because we were joking gonna call it the Chattanooga Wooga Dooga Bunga Wugga Chunga the longest name. It's an old Native American name, and it's I think it's the longest name in America. But obviously we're not, at least I'm not intelligent and I couldn't pronounce it. But so instead we just shortened it down to Webster Lake. But yeah, that lake was, a big part of our band's career. And yeah, so that's kind of where it came from. And then we decided to do a second one, and we just called it Webster Lake 2.
Yeah.
Just because, Webster Lake was a big part of our career, just being there, man. So Chris Curran played a big part in our lives. So that's kind of why we called it that.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah, my whole life, I'm going to pretend like I didn't hear you, because my whole life, I literally was like, nah, it's because of this lake that I vacation to every year, bro. But it was such a summer vibe for me. It was what got me into you guys. And that was my main thing, was figuring out where the hell that came from. That's really cool, dude.
Yeah, so it's the lake in Webster, but I mean, I'm sure the lake might drift on to other towns and whatever. I'm not really sure, but so hey, your lake too, bro.
That's actually how me and Steve kind of got tighter too, because he was listening to it when we would go up there, and I was like, "You like a Lost for Words too?" And he's like, "Duh, I'm from the South Shore. Of course I do."
Hey, I mean, yeah, it's got to be on your resume. If you're from South Shore, you got to back us, bro. That's
a fact.
That's it. So, I had a question about your EP, Rock Vegas. Is that a nod to Rockland?
Yeah. So
I figured.
Our first record label we were on was Rock Vegas Records, which was basically was a predominantly hardcore label. We were the only pop punk band on the label, and we kind of grew up in the hardcore scene and everything. So we were very accepted, and everybody welcomed us and treated us like their own. But the dude that started the label was from Rockland. Yeah. That's where the Rock Vegas reference comes from.
So
yeah.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
Dude, it's so cool to have all these like our hometown references or just knowing like the shit that you're talking about. It's like normally like it's just awesome. It's just cool.
No, South Shore, man. Like I said, I just moved out of there. I was living in Whitman. I mean, I grew up in Abington.
Mm-hmm.
Lived in Whitman, but South Shore has always been my stomping grounds. Brockton, Whitman, Rockland, Abington, Stoughton, Randolph. That's all my stomping grounds, man. That's a lot of memories there. A lot of friends, a lot of great. Hey, South Shore's got the best bar pizza around. I mean, no one can fuck with that shit.
Is there?
I mean, I moved up to the North Shore, man, and I live in Lynn, so I got Monty's, and I'll tell you what, it can't touch Linwood.
Linwood's is good. Venus.
Yep.
The Venus.
I mean, Spence's Pizza was dope, and now there's a little bar in Abington called Lynch's Tavern, and they're actually the old people from Spencer's work there. So Lynch's Tavern is a hidden gem now in the South Shore. Yeah, man, I fucking Sub Galley subs, bro. That's my shit.
Oh yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
They're Italian sub, extra hot pickles, dog. Come on. Now I'm hungry. I have my dinner over there. Now I'm getting fucking starving now.
Oh shit.
Fuck yeah, man.
Oh man,
yeah, dude.
How much more time you got? You got to get going. I need to see you at dinner too. I don't want to.
Yeah, if you want to ask a question or two more, we can get one or two more out there.
All right,
Sweet,
cool.
dude.
Batch, you want to go or?
No, you can go. I asked the last one.
All right, man. So what if you could have a theme song? It doesn't have to be like pop punk or anything. What would your theme song be? Just like you yourself.
Shit. I just think if I could walk around in the circle of life, the song's Lion King. I think like like if I just walked around and like just everything was epic in slow motion, maybe black and white. I don't know, man. I think that'd be my thing. Or I was just at the Johnny Cash Museum today, so maybe we could just do Walk the Line and get a little bit more edgy. It'll just be me, living my crazy life behind the scenes, and also that would be black and white as well. But yeah, no, I guess one of those two songs for different reasons.
That's awesome.
Nice, man. So, who would you say is your favorite like band in the scene right now?
Like, you mean like up and coming, or
yeah,
like
whatever.
Well, if we're gonna go old school, we'll start with old school. Alkaline Trio has always been my number one. I have a trio tattoo. I'm in the cult, so
Nice.
I'm about that life. I'd say up and coming bands now. There's a band, and I'm not trying to be biased, but obviously I work with a band called In Her Own Words.
They're sick.
Oh my god, they're fire.
Yeah.
We've talked about them a bunch on here.
Yeah, we toured with them in Japan years ago, and I think Joey is one of the best singers in the scene right now.
Mhm.
They're actually in the studio working on a new record, and Derek from State Champs is actually working on the record with them, and I'm actually going to be in the studio on Friday and then Sunday and Monday with them, and I am unbelievably excited about this record, what's going to come from it. It's I've heard all the demos and stuff, and that band is just, people are going to know who the fuck they are after this record. I promise that.
Hell yeah, man. They're fucking
awesome.
dope.
Yeah, we'll have to get Joey on the podcast sometime.
Hell yeah, man. That'd be
that would
fucking
be awesome.
sick. That'd be
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, I just want to kind of end it with basically saying thank you for your positive attitude. Like you just have this very positive attitude on life, man. Thank you for supporting the South Shore. Not that we have to, but we're all together as a family, man. We all love each other. Thank you for coming on. It means the absolute fucking world to
Hell yeah, man.
me, Batch, everybody. Shout out to Zates. I mean, this is incredible. I appreciate the time that you gave us, man. Seriously.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna be a big supporter now, and let me know when this is done, and I'll try to promote you guys as much as I can, and you guys are doing something really cool, special, and keep doing that, and hope it helps change some people's lives and mindsets, and you guys are doing something really cool. So I back you guys 100%.
Hell yeah, man. Thank you.
Thanks,
Appreciate that a lot. There anything you wanna promote yourself on here? Idle Hand, anything you guys got going on?
Yeah, man. I mean, just on my Instagram, which is Matty AL4W. Add up Idle Hand Collective, support that. It's cool. We're doing a bunch of cool cuts. Sorry, someone just called me. We're doing a bunch of cool cuts. Making some shit happen there. Reclaim Music Group, that's my management company. Got a lot of great artists on there. So, support them, check them all out, every single one of them. It's a very diverse roster. It'd be super cool. I got a new hardcore project called The World Compound. We're kind of hitting around it, but add that up. I'm going to be dropping some music. It's a little surprise that's coming around the corner. So make sure you understand what that's all about. I'm also going to release, like I said that earlier in the podcast, I got some solo music I'm going to be releasing that's like more on the R&B side of things. And yeah, man, I'm just going to try to get more creative and just enjoy things. I'm getting older, and I just want to start putting some things out there that I was always afraid or embarrassed or whatever to do or self-conscious to do. And now I'm just ready to just have some fun and put all my art out there.
Fuck yeah, man.
Oh, yeah, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, best of luck to you. That's awesome.
Well, cool,
We're
guys.
here
Well,
for all of it.
I'm going to go eat some food and then go to a magic show tonight.
Fuck
All
yeah,
right,
man.
bro.
Enjoy.
Enjoy
Awesome,
that, bro.
guys.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, man.
All right, later, guys.
Yeah.
Later.
Bro. Fire. Send her to the moon, bud. Send her to the moon.
Bro.
I don't know what to say. I fanboyed the whole time, I'm pretty sure.
Same.
I was like, I don't know what to say, dude. I stuttered my word.
Dude.
That was like the
that
worst. I was just so excited.
Sick, dude.
It's so excited, dude.
Oh my God. Dude, what an awesome dude.
What a great, positive, outlooking guy.
Oh my God, dude.
Wow.
Oh man.
Woo. Dude, thank you, Zates.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Wow. That's so
dude.
awesome.
Oh wow. Thank you, Matty.
Thank you, Matty.
Thank
wow.
you, Zates. Fucking holy fuck, man.
Yeah, that was
So sick.
That was incredible. What a conversation. What a great guy, dude.
Yeah, man. I said it before we started it. Like, it's just so surreal.
I don't know what to say right now.
Like, I'm sitting there and I remember watching that dude on stage and being like, I would love to talk to that dude. And then here we are, fucking like 10 years later.
It's the dude. I sing his songs literally all the time. I like grew up listening to this guy.
Yeah.
Every fucking day. Not the band. Sorry. Like it is like one of those moments where you're just like, holy fuck. Like, yeah, he's just a human being, but he's also not, dude. He's like, this guy changed our lives. Like this band had changed our lives. This was like,
yeah, for real. Like,
and it saved our lives too, man. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've cried listening to their music and related it to my life, or just in general listening to their music. It's like, this was, trying to go to bed and this was helping me. Like, it's so fucking weird. We're talking to these people, but it's like, if we saw them in the street and we talked to them, it wouldn't be a thing. This is like, it's just incredible.
It's wild, dude. It really is. And like, just to have his support and everything else. And like, I think we supported the fuck out of them, like being from the South Shore. And I still want to see them. Like, I mean, they made it, but like, I remember I wanted so badly for them to make it. Cause I was like, I felt like it was me. You know what I mean? It's like when a kid from your hometown like goes pro in hockey or something.
Oh my God!
And you're like, do it, dude, do it. It's like you're living through them. It's like they made it, so it feels like a part of you made it.
Oh, 100%. That's it. That's it right
and it's
there.
Like the coolest thing. Feel. Like they're from they're like one of us.
They are one of us, and it's like that's what. Why do you think we got so excited when we mention like A Lost for Words, Vanna, 4 Years Strong? We get so excited like when we talk about them and then what do we always do? The hometown boys, the South Shore kids, dude. Like we always get hyped because we, like you said, we are part of them. We did make it, dude. Like we're representing, like they're representing us, and the support is all the way around, dude.
Yeah, man, it's fucking crazy. Like, I remember like going to those shows with Transit and stuff, and people being like, the fuck is A Lost for Words and what the hell is Transit? And me being like, it's a couple of Massachusetts boys just killing it.
Yeah. You know what did it for me was Warped Tour. When I saw him at Warped Tour, I was like,
yeah, man.
Because as a young kid, you don't really, you look at Warped Tour and there's like maybe 5-6 bands. You're like, holy fuck. And then the rest are kind of like small and up and coming bands. But like, I knew them and I was like, that's it.
Yeah.
Like, and seeing them there, all these people just watching them, like,
man.
You all know them. Those are the boys.
Those are my friends.
Leave them alone. They're my friends. No,
yeah, man.
Like incredible, dude. And it's like it's heartwarming to hear.
It is, dude.
Like everything he said was so heartwarming. God.
Oh, just so awesome. Just such an awesome dude. Fucking so sick, dude.
Unbelievable.
I want it. So we're gonna have to take this out, but
Hang on, let me pause it so I don't
All
have
right.
to edit it.
Okay, cool.
Record.
Yeah. So, wow,
Yeah.
that was awesome.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just like holy shit. Like what a surreal feeling that was. Like
Yeah.
we tried not to fanboy too hard, but like
It was
yo,
hard, dude. I started my. It was. I know I already said it, but I really did. Like, I was just like, after I'd ask a question, I'd be like, I just asked that like for like an hour long, and I could have just easily asked. I am so just staring and being exciting that I'm talking to this guy.
yeah, man. It yeah, God, so awesome.
Yeah.
Um,
Anywho,
definitely go support every single thing that dude does.
everything. If you listen to this
Everything.
podcast, you have to.
Yeah, now you have to.
You have to. And if you're from the South Shore and you're not doing it, you're a fucking
You are
asshole.
not a cool
Fuck you,
person.
bud.
Yeah, pigeon.
Fucking pigeon.
But you know, he's tied into in her own words. Go support the fuck out of those people. Like
Mhm.
they're so sick. Just anyone and everyone, anything you see us post and tag him in, you should immediately go follow it and go listen to it
Yep.
or watch it or do whatever you have to do with it.
I want
Like
to see
whatever it
the
is.
1,000 plus followers we have. He better have 1,000 plus followers right after this episode.
Yeah. Go follow Matty AL4W now.
We're waiting.
Okay, good. It's done.
Oh, yep. Okay, awesome.
But
anything else
seriously,
you want to talk about, Batchy, before we get out of here?
real quick, I just wanted to give a shout out to Nick from Midwest December. Let him know that we know times are a little tough right now for you and everything you're going through, but you are not alone, my man. We are always here for you, 100%, whenever, wherever, it doesn't matter. We're so glad that you went and got help that you needed. Because this world is a better place with you in it, my man.
Yep. Right there with you, man. Everything you said. Absolutely. Fucking proud of you for being vulnerable and proud of you for, doing what you have to do. And, I'm glad you're still with us and I'm glad you're still pushing and I'm glad to see you, smiling and doing what you got to do now. And, like Batch said, we love you, man. We love you. We're proud of you and just keep fighting the good fight, man.
Yeah. Always remember, my man, it's okay not to be okay. That's it.
Beautiful. We'll send you off with a Lost for Words song yeah, that's it. We'll send you off with a Lost for Words song here.
Is there anything else? No.
I don't think so.
No. Nothing big came out. No, we have Green Day tomorrow.
Yep.
But that sucks too about Fall Out Boy.
Yeah, it's disappointing.
So in our little Hella Megatour review, we won't be able to review Fall Out Boy because someone in their squad got COVID. So Fall Out Boy is not playing the Boston show. But hopefully we have a cool Green Day story to tell you that they won't do at your show. But yeah, anyway, did you have a specific song you wanted to go out with?
No, I'll find one. There's a bunch that I like, so I'll cut this all out and put it in. But
yeah. Well, thank you to Matty again. Thanks to Zates for hooking it up. Keep doing what you're doing, boys. Love it.
Going to the moon.
Hell yeah. All right, Stevie.
All right, buddy.